Hello, welcome back to Bottles to Consider. Today we have a bottle I think is a really lovely bottle, one of my personal favorites, but it has a few things that kind of make it a deal breaker for me. So what's good about it, why it doesn't work for me, why though it might work for you, let's get into it. So without further ado, it is the Corkcicle Classic Canteen, 16 ounce, in, I believe it is called the Gloss Peri Peri finish. Now, right off the bat, I'm sure you're seeing that this finish is showing its age. This has been a hard-worn daily carry bottle, not by me personally, but by someone else. And clearly this finish is coming off. Now, I think this looks cool. It's singular, it's its own sort of unique patina, but right off the bat, if you don't want your bottle to ever look like this, then this is probably not the bottle for you, at least not in these colored finishes. Now, maybe you could just get the stainless one. There's a way to have a clean version of this. But I mean, I think this looks cool. I think, frankly, like, we'd all be so lucky to get so much use out of a bottle and not lose it that it looks like this. Take that, what you will. I'm going to throw up a picture right now, too, of what this looks like cleanly, what it looks like new. It's a nice looking finish. All these bottles, they have like some wild finishes. Now, do they all flake off? Maybe. But they're pretty cool looking if you're looking for a statement sort of thing. Okay, so let's get into what do I like about this bottle. The first thing I like is just the ergonomics. It feels good in your hands. It has this taper from top to bottom that's sort of almost like as an opposite of the swell bottles, which kind of slope inwards at the top. Pardon me. On this one, the taper goes the other direction. Think of it like a wedge. It's just gravity goes down, squeezes it in your hands. So easy to hold. I love it. It does have this shape where it has kind of two flat sides. It's not a perfect cylinder, as you can see. I couldn't tell if it was going to annoy me. Like, I felt like I always had to hold it so that I was grasping it on the two flat sides, and that was just going to like get in my head. But I don't find that. Sometimes I grab it from those sides and it feels great. Sometimes I totally miss them and I don't care either. But there's something nice about having it not feel like a cylinder in your hand, that you can kind of land somewhere with it. I sort of like, but not too strongly either way. Really, it's the taper that I think is great. The other thing that's nice is, I think the cap is just sort of sleek looking. And this is actually a replacement cap. The original one was lost. And I just appreciate too, any old time a company sells the parts so that they're not just like, okay, buy a new one. Not that it's like super rare in this world of water bottles, but it was nice that it was still there years later. It still fit. That was cool. Here's the cap. It's got just like this thick kind of disc on the top. And you can't really see the inside, but it's pretty standard stuff in there. Threading on the inside. It's just got nice proportions. It's got that vacuum sealed gong. Not that the gong itself matters. It's just proving that it's sealed. And again, it keeps your liquids fine temperatures all the time. I don't know what the rating is. Viewers of the channel might know I don't feel that strongly. I'm not that impressed if something stays hot for 48 hours. That's not a thing in my life I need. But this does hours and hours, cold or hot, great insulation. I will say also, I've used the 25 ounce, which some of you might know, I'm more of a 25 ounce bottle, 24, 25, just given how much I drink in a day. The 25 is the same shape, and Also, you know, lovely to hold, a little bigger, a little heavier, but all the good stuff still true and still good to me. Also, the taper allows both the 16 and the 25 to really fit in any cup holders. Yeah, it's just like sleek. And it's a little less popular than other bottles, I feel, like the high-end bottles, which this is priced comparably to. I just think it might be my favorite, except for a few things. One is really a absolute deal breaker. Two are, for me, absolute deal breakers. One I just don't particularly like, but wouldn't have swung me away. So let's start with the least problematic for me. Is it's got the rubber pad on the bottom. Again, which if you're having to move this around, slide it on your desk, good luck. You're going to tip it over. High-end companies, some seem to do, and I just don't get it. You just can't slide it. So I just don't like that quality. If the noise really annoys you and you want this, then go for it. Then this bottle it's on the pro side. But, you know, that's how I feel. Another deal breaker for me, but that again might totally not be for you, is the how it fits here. It's a little big for me, the opening, such that if you can see when I drink it, the top of this doesn't just make a nice seal right under the nose. It hits into my nose a little. Right there. You're just asking for spill, I find. With an Nalgene or a wider thing, you know you're kind of like drinking from like a goblet. I don't know what you call it, sort of like the sipping ring. Might be totally different for your face. So if you're liking everything else about this bottle, I would try it out somehow. Borrow a friend's, or, you know, if you have a store you like that can accept returns, like, go give it a try. But then the other thing that again might not matter for you but matters a lot for me, I've had one or two scary experiences with carbonated bevs in here. Once it hits a certain amount of gap, it goes poof. It's not like it shoots off and breaks through a window, but it's just scary and loud, and even if I could get used to it, in front of other people it's like distracting. Like, I would not like to be at a coffee shop like poof. I just don't want to have to think about that, given that there are other bottles in the world for which that is not true, and I really like carrying seltzer around. It's also a little surprising to me because they say that this bottle, they advertise that these bottles, these Corkcicle canteens, can hold beer, like can fit a full tall boy or something. And I don't know, I haven't tried it with beer. I don't know what the carbonation difference is between beer and seltzer, but I was a little skeptical. Might be worth, if I look into this more and get in touch with Corkcicle, I will post an update in the show notes, or an update video or something. So the downsides, again, we're talking rubber pad, drink ring fit, and carbonation. So weigh it, depending on how those three things sit with you. Otherwise, I think this is such a nice bottle. It's so nice to hold. It's got cool colors, and then if they fade off, I think it's cool too. It's not too heavy. It's cup holder friendly. It's like, I just wish it fit better my like drinking lifestyle, but it just doesn't. But I really wanted to show it, and was excited to talk about it because I think it could be a great one for a lot of people. So anyhow, just my 2 cents. Again, this is the Corkcicle Classic Canteen. Thanks for watching. Please, like and subscribe. Put in the comments, any other bottles you'd like to have reviewed or looked at, or if you have any experience with this, I would love to hear more from people who have used the bottles I've been talking about. And until next time, thanks for watching. See you soon.